Alright, ladies and gents, we're back. We're in the final zone of Shadowbringers, the Tempest. Miro, you won't believe who I just bumped into. This is Owen, the very fellow I did business with prior to our ill-fated stay in Yulmore. I waited, and you did not come. Then the Mistle came, but his visits did not continue. I'm truly sorry, push on. Things did not proceed as planned. Is there all we can do for you by way of an apology? Perhaps. With a dry return, a cave to the north is home to giant crabs. We do not fear the crabs, for we are the swifter swimmers. But now there is no water, we run, and they scuttle close behind, snipping and snapping with their claws. There are too many of them. Too many. Well, I believe I can be of assistance there. And what of you, Miro? If you've not found a task, you are most welcome to join me. Indeed, I should appreciate the company. With a dry return has a rather ominous ring to it. That's right, we gotta go all the way the fuck up there. Exciting stuff, I know. At least the music's good. I like the music here. Oh, this zone is fairly gigantic. I would like it if I could fly already. I'm fairly certain that this is another one that has like just a complete amount. Yeah, I gotta get 5 quests for 4 exploration ones. But hey, we're at the bottom of the sea. There we go. We did it. We found it. And here are the crabs. These are the same ones, models as used in FF11. I won't take the full damage from Dia, but it'll take a lot of it. Yeah, that's right, we went all the way up here just to kill 3 crabs. In the end, I ended up not saving any time somehow, even with my cooldown on. Oh, it's because I didn't have a size to hit that one. Makes sense. Size does a nice chunk of damage. Potency of 400. Oh, interesting. Took 110 more potency. There, we did it. So now I'm just gonna teleport back down there, because fuck walking. Alright, so we helped this guy. Stoll is just standing there. You could crack their shells? You must be stronger than you look. I see you've reached your quota first again. I shall never be your equal in such tasks. Still, I would say we have reduced the local crab population to a far less threatening number. Thanks to both of you. You must have a reward. Nay, push on. This was to be part of my apology to you, remember? Besides, the lack of the water is our doing, for which we must also make amends. Might I convince you to tell us something about your village instead? I would very much like to learn more of you and your people. Very well. Before the flood came, it is said that our ancestral home was found in the very seas to the south. It was utterly destroyed by the light. Only those who were out hunting survived. They swam aimless and lost until they spied buildings here on the ocean floor. Strange buildings they were, and long had they stood under the water, yet somehow they had been spared the scars of time and current. These structures provided shelter for my people, protection from the tempest's turbulent waters and the predators which hunted within them. Their very existence seemed a miracle. The first settlers pondered their good fortune. It was clear that the race who had built such wonders had guided their course, and from this did they discern the truth. That the ancients had chosen us to serve as caretakers of their eternal sanctuary until such time as they returned. Thus, if it is judged that you are coming, and the great vanishing of water was by the ancients' design, you will find warm welcome here. A truly astonishing story, yet I cannot help but wonder, how will the significance, or otherwise, of our arrival be decided? The ancients have blessed us with protection and prosperity. If your presence serves to bring us the same, there will be no doubt of the matter. Then it would seem our earlier decision was the correct one. We thank you for your lesson, Pashon, and we will continue to do our own. We can assist your people. Do all we can to assist your people. Should you desire our help with any other trouble, pray do not hesitate to ask. We should return to the task at hand, only try not to overexert yourself, my friend. The risk far outweighs the gain. This music gives me FF9 and FF11 vibes. Definitely FF11, like Whitegate and the town just outside of Yatunga Jungle. City of the Ancients. Ah, Miro, have you learned out of note? Fascinating, and precisely the sort of information I was hoping to hear. In fact, if you have a moment, I'd like to borrow your eyes and confirm a theory I've been working on. Come. Borrow your eyes, she says, and leads me way the fuck out there. She doesn't ask for much, now does she? I think this is probably an Aetheryte quest. Or an Aether, current. Off we go then. A behemoth at the bottom of the sea? Unheard of. Alright. Now, there are two tasks I would have you perform. The first requires you to inspect the buildings that surround the Ondo settlement and note their most distinctive characteristics. For the second, I wish you to use this knife to take scrapings from one of the remnant walls. Pray be as thorough as you can. I shall be waiting here for the results of your investigation. The fuck is Shola? Why can't you do that? I guess she can't see the walls all that well. That makes sense. But the fucking... distinctive window. The tall, slender towers feature many elaborate windows, the likes of which you haven't seen nowhere else. Is that it? Just that one? Okay. But as for getting the wall scraping, she's fully capable of that. Mithril knife. You set the point of the knife against the wall, but even applying considerable pressure, you cannot move so much as a flake of stone. Couldn't do it. And what have you discovered? Yes, I would agree that the windows are most distinctive. It would seem the structures appear to be the same to both your sight and mine. And you say that you could not so much as scratch the wall, even with all your might behind the blade? Miro, everywhere I turn into this place, my gaze is drawn by the peculiar materials for which I do not have a name. The buildings I had you investigate are prime examples. They may appear to be constructed of ordinary stone, but I assure you it is nothing of the sort. If pressed, I would describe the substance as a composite of several mineral properties, blended to create a material of unparalleled durability. Even the Ronkan Empire, once the greatest power in Norvin, produced nothing that which compares to this level of perfection. But if not the Ronkan, then who? Who were these ancients the Ondo claimed as architects of their sanctuary? I suspect our answer lies somewhere with the reason Emmett Selk drew here to the Tempest. He may simply have wished to retreat somewhere mere mortals would struggle to reach, but there are many such remote locations. Why here specifically? Emmett Selk is devoted to his role, and thus we might assume his choice of stronghold somehow serves the Ascians' agenda. Or mayhap, 'tis a place more dear to him than any other. Are you saying this place was built by ancient Ascians? Would this place provide power to Emmett Selk? You saying this place was built by ancient Ascians? That is my theory, that these structures are remnants of a time before history, of a star that was yet whole and unbroken. Such traces in the source could have been obliterated by the succession of umbral calamities, but here in the first, they may have remained untouched for millennia. A copy of the mural of the Katana Ravel. Alma presented it to me during my visit to Fanau, after our victory in Calusia. Here, in the first, by Emmett Selk's own word, it depicts a city of eons past and the disaster which befell it. The design is much simplified, of course, but do you see the similarities between the towers you have just inspected? We are close to the truth, I feel. Let us search the surrounds for another tower, one which matches the picture near enough to remove all doubt. From what I've seen, not more than sand and more sand lies to the east, and south have no such structures. I should try our luck further to the northwest. You may view the Katana Ravel mural at any time during this quest. Yeah, okay. Sure. So where the fuck am I going? The hell's the survey point? I don't actually see a survey point on the map here, so... Only that I was supposed to go north and west. Okay, and I can't open the map. It's fine if they just want me to search. I don't remember exactly where I need to go. This looks interesting. That's a survey point. Oh, and look at that, an ether current. Hold on. Serving! Looks like that structure right in front of it. Aye, this is the mural writ large. Though I cannot guess at its purpose, it must have been an imposing sight. How much of the tower height lies hidden beneath the ground, I wonder? Centuries of our history have settled upon such ruins, countless layers of dust and sediment. An entire civilization, its existence forgotten by all but except a handful of the Asians. Yet it did exist. They lived here in this city. But let us focus on what we've learned thus far. The Ondo chieftain spoke of mysteries stirring and of a land illuminated. Judging by his words, he believes this phenomenon related to the ancients' return. Thus, we can surmise that what the Ondo saw shining in the abyss was, in all likelihood, yet another remnant of this age-old civilization. And who else would light the lantern, as Reen put it, than Emmett Selk himself? 'Tis almost certain he is there. Is almost certain. But if we are to find this stronghold in a timely manner, it seems gaining the Ondo's trust remains our swiftest path forward. I only hope our deeds are enough to win them over. The Light of Inspiration. Thank you for assisting with my investigations. I shall seek out our companions and share what we have learned. Much as I would like to tell you to sit down and leave the rest to us, your condition demands that we make all reasonable haste. If you're not too wary, it would be useful to speak with Push Ons again and ask if there's aught else he is willing to divulge. Excellent. Piamet is fixed. Elvados friends, you and your companions have done much to repair the damage caused by when the waters parted. Anything else you can do? Have you been to the Walls of the Forgotten? I think I just came from there. The remnants to the northwest. Yes. You visited them unbidden. Shh. Could it be that your footsteps were guided by the ancients? I believe it may be so. Listen then, and I will tell you of our plans to bring light to the walls, that we might answer the shining call of the illuminated land. We have requested a finless craftsman to shape for us a sacred lamp. He is an odd for a land dweller, choosing as he does to live in the ocean, but his skill is beyond question. It is concerning, however, that we have heard nothing of his progress. If you were to visit this artisan and return with our long-awaited light, then any doubt as to your purpose would be laid to rest. His name is Grenold, and you will find his workshop in a metal structure to the south. Hey, they were speaking of Grenold earlier. Interesting. And that's our structure we're looking for right there, you guys. Past these octopi, which are actually the model that was used in FF11. Hey, there's a crawdad named Deacon. Mini cat? What are you doing? You being Minnie over there? Yep, this man lives and works at the bottom of the sea. Oh, that's just great! That is. Me mind's playing tricks on me now. Look, Grenold, someone's come to visit you at the bloody bottom of the bleeding ocean. Oh, it might be as you're a ghost, eh? Go on, Foulshade, feast yourself on me, rotten soul. I've got no use for it. A craftsman what can't craft is more pointless than a sea slug with a dome and hammer. And that's an insult to the bloody sea slugs. Eh? You wouldn't be trying to raise me spirits now, would you? Spirit? No, what'd you expect from a servant of the netherworld? Have we met before? So there's a crafter we haven't dealt with on this stream, but you would have if you were playing the whatnot in the source named Gerald, and he looks exactly like this guy, only he's bald. Might as we cross paths back at the Crystarium, but I don't reckon we've been formally introduced. Name's Grenold, and this here is meant to be me underwater sanctuary, a place where I can give myself over to me work, far from the distractions of the outside world. And yet, here you stand. So, what's so damn important that you dive all the way down to the bottom of the bleeding tempest to bother me? Ah, the Ondo's lamp. Ah, it's cursed me empty yet. I'm not so much as made a start. I'm worth less than a sea slug. Nay, the slime left by a sea slug. Me delivery date's long past, me bench is untouched, and I call myself a bleeding artisan. You've heard their beliefs, have you? Bringing light to them ruins will be an act of deep religious and cultural significance. And it was by my privilege as a craftsman to be tasked with providing a ritual instrument worthy of the occasion. But I just can't bloody well... Ugh, my mind's a bleeding blank. It's like I pissed away me last drop of inspiration. Tell me you got something to show me. Something that'll give me a muse, right? A good kick up the arse. The Ondo want the Ondo coming back at the ancients, so their answering light's gotta blaze with the right kind of brightness. Like the spark of life caught in a crystal, but just being sparkly not enough. You gotta dance with joy and sorrow and a sense of hardship endured, you know what I mean? Your thoughts turn to lament and the crystal you discovered at the end of her journey. Maybe Grenold could find inspiration in that. Mini cat. I've let the Ondo down, aye. But more than that, I've let myself down. Might as well go back to mending kettles. Well, what's that you got there? Such striking beauty. It shines with heartache and laughter and the transience of life. Oh, the turmoil. Oh, the history made manifest. Aye, I can see the brilliance of the crystal's legacy. You'd never capture such a gleam. Not if you labored 100 years. Well, bugger me if I don't mean to try. Where are me tools, goddamn you? I knew I set to work before the feeling fades. The illuminated land. I can feel it. A vision forming in me mind. Step aside, lass, and let me itching hands get to work. Ba, 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 ba. And done. I've taken the wonders that crystal showed me and channeled them into a new shape that befits the Ondo's spiritual character. Not a bad job, if I do say so myself. And to think I was this close to hanging up my hammer after studying the craft of them ancients. I've been across the length and breadth of Norvin and gobbled up every scrap of craft and wisdom I could find. And no matter what techniques I tried, me work was just no comparison. I couldn't even figure out how they put them damn buildings together. A mystery for the ages, that's what drew me here in the first place. I built me workshop, got the forges burning, and then lost me bleeding will to craft. Thank the gods for that crystal of yours, or I might have never gotten it back. I won't pry into your business, but I reckon your little miracle has been through the kind of journey that sings songs about. The echoes of the memory it holds just speaks directly to your heart. I can still feel them coursing through me. The inspiration's not fading away. It's welling up stronger and stronger. Give me the chance, and I reckon I can weave the crystal saga into other things as well. But bugger me, I'd almost forgotten the Ondo's commission. If you could drag that lamp over to Tulse Ath for me, I'll stay here and dream up new armaments for you to try. Alright. You now have access to Grenel's Forge. Equipment rewards will be available for the collection based on the role quests you've completed. So, we completed the role quest, and we now have access to a bunch of gear. Item level 430 gear. So, here you go. Apparently, this stuff is better than what I have? Yeah, that doesn't make any sense to me. Oh, you know what, actually? I think they went to my inventory, that's why. Yeah, that's why. Oops. Damn it. That's why. Okay, hang on. I gotta go through and clear all this crap out again. Okay. There we go. We will clear out the inventory later, because I'm gonna need more gear slots for Endwalker. Okay, so this is our new set, guys. We got our staff. That's super cool. Alright, we'll use this as is for now. Alright. Let's be on our way. Now we're looking the part of White Mage. Okay. Let's talk to this fuck. What is it you have there? This profusion of brightly glowing coral-like branches is most definitely not a kettle. The sacred lamp! Then the Finless one has kept his promise. My people tell me of the many deeds you have performed in the name of the aiding the cups, and now you come to me bearing the light we had almost surrendered hopes of ever seeing? We can doubt your purity no longer. Your arrival was the will of the ancients. Yes, the time for the fear has passed. We shall take the lamp and unveil its austere illumination upon the walls of the Forgotten. Gather there with your companions, and we shall speak again once our prayers have been offered.
O stewards of the Ondo, we offer up our light in answer.
That crystal you showed the artisan. Was it... Did it belong to one of my friends?
Oh, you were always watching. Missed that part, did you?
I tried to give you a measure of privacy. No one wants a spirit looking over their shoulder every moment of the day. So tell me, if you would, how did you come across that crystal? It was Lamit's, then. Strange that I should learn such things now, after they're long gone. They were fine friends, every one of them. I didn't expect death to teach me so much. About them, about Seto, about you. About the hope that hides at the heart of this world. I've never been one for idle chit-chat, but if by some miracle I could see them all again, I doubt I would ever stop talking. I'm grateful I got to bend your ear at least. And just for that, I reckon I'll stick with you. To the very end.
Apologies, we were a little late to the gathering.
It seems we succeeded in gaining their trust.
The delay wasn't exactly welcome, but at least our many hands made light work. And they seemed especially impressed with your contribution. Our hero indeed.
Y'shtola was telling us those structures may date back to the age of the Ascians.
An Ascian homeland. Despite his many protestations, I never quite believed Emmett Selk was telling the truth.
Nor I. But there is no denying the evidence before our eyes. Clearly this was once a great city. A home they would see restored, no matter how many tens of thousands of years it takes.
It's a hollow dream when you think about it. Even if they manage to rejoin all the worlds, they'll never bring back the ones who were lost. But would I have done any different?
How are you feeling?
You have completed your devotions?
Yes. To the honored ancients have we offered up our prayers and our gratitude. You too have our thanks.
Might we trouble thee then to tell us more of the illuminated land of which thou didst lately speak?
To the west of here lies a great trench. Some days ago, a light appeared in that endless darkness. Curious, we ventured closer and discovered in the depths an entire city. The buildings we spied were akin to our own everlasting abodes, impossibly so. We understood at once the ancients had risen. There could be no doubt. Taken with terror, we retreated to the cups, and I decreed that none should enter the trench until such time as we received a sign.
Might it still be possible to reach this city of the ancients?
With no water to drown you, a finless one could now travel there. Yes. I am convinced you are the sign for which we have been waiting. My people will show you the way.
Shall we?
All right, we got about 30 minutes left to stream, so I'm gonna take a break. We'll come back and do that. So don't go anywhere.